2020 in America. New year, new decade, and a new blank slate to fill with absolute mayhem. A time of fresh beginnings, big city dreamings, and all the impeachment trial coverage your heart could ever want. 2020, brand new year, same crazy country. Play the intro.
Made in USA.
Rise and shine, children. It's a new year and a brand spankin' new Made in USA. This week, in the interest of helping you with your New Year's resolutions, we'll be showing you all the ways you shouldn't live your life. By the way of the dumbasses who have been there, done that. Let the idiot parade commence. There's no such thing as the perfect crime, but if you're going to commit one, at the very least know the basics. Case in point, if you're gonna be a car thief, maybe learn how to Grand Theft Auto that shiz instead of completely sucking at it like Colorado's Todd Shelton here. According to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, carnapper of the decade tried to steal a car last week, but was spotted by a homeowner who called the cops. Shelton had the presence of mind to at least skedaddle before the deputies arrived to nab him, but apparently he didn't skedaddle far enough. Deputies found him just down the street trying to steal a different vehicle, emphasis on trying. When they approached, he reportedly said, "I can't, I'm trying to steal this truck." Yeah, like that's gonna stop him. Shelton was taken into custody but released on bond a little while later. Soon enough, he was back at it and caught again mid-car heist. This time he had an epiphany and admitted to the cops that he really sucks at carnapping. Yeah, we know. Here's hoping dude learns his lesson and becomes a better car thief, or, not steal cars at all. This next story is a classic case of don't be a prick unless you want to get pricked. Back in July, a driver in Arizona's Catalina foothills had a prickly encounter with a lengthy cactus and lived to tell the tale. According to the Northwest Fire Department, it began when 39-year-old Kai Scott crossed the median into another lane of traffic. The cactus was in the driver's way. How rude. So naturally, he took it out, only to end up sacrificing his car in the process. Whoops. According to KTVK, the vehicle was KO'd. The windshield had been smashed, and the monstrous saguaro cactus was protruding from the vehicle by several feet. Cactus hater Scott came out of the crash relatively unscathed, physically at least. He wasn't so lucky with the law though, and was nabbed on suspicion of driving under the influence and criminal damage. Americans have an uncanny ability to take something good and manhandle it into something monumentally wrong, like this dang Bird Box challenge. In the movie Bird Box, Sandra Bullock's character Mallory is attempting to drag two little ones to a sanctuary at the end of the longest river ever. Catch is, they gotta do the whole thing blindfolded. Enter some asinine movie fans who had the brilliant idea to do everyday things blindfolded. And because of the internet, we were all witnesses to the bird boxing. Some funny, others, not so much. Netflix got wind of the challenge and the potential lawsuits and has urged viewers not to hurt themselves with a trip to the emergency room over a silly meme. At least one person in Layton, Utah didn't listen, and on January 11th ended up crashing into another car while driving with their eyes covered by a beanie. Geez, no one takes warnings seriously anymore. America has an endless supply of stupid, but this woman looks like she wants the top spot. Back in October, videos posted to Instagram showed a lady at the Bronx Zoo climbing into a lion enclosure just so she could taunt the massive carnivore. That genius was later identified as 32-year-old Maya Autry. Maya's idea of fabulous was climbing into the African lion exhibit, then tormenting a male lion by dancing and waving at him. According to NBC News, the lion didn't move and just stared at the lady, probably wondering how the heck her stupid ass survived until now. A zoo spokesperson said that a concrete trench was between Autry and the lion. Good thing lions can't jump. Oh, wait a minute. Ultimately, the lion decided against pouncing on Maya. Good thing, too, because it would have been put down if it did. Police are now hunting for Autry to slap her with a trespassing citation. Then again, they could just introduce her to some more lions. In case you say we're being doom and gloom this week about stuff you shouldn't do, here's a nice little bonus clip showing the flip side of that coin.
Slow down. Okay. Keep it. Keep it. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
In short, we approve. Next. There's racist, and then there's the level of crazy racism these fine gentlemen subscribe to. Add a sprinkling of Dumb and Dumber, and we've got this week's top spot. The Connecticut Post reports that in October, Matthew Bittner had reported a Chevy Tahoe registered to his girlfriend as stolen to the Monroe Police Department. Officers recovered it just a day later and released it to Bittner, who was less than thrilled. He kept saying he didn't want it anymore because of where it had been. For those of you who don't speak racist, this means Bittner couldn't bear the thought that a black, Asian, Hispanic, or any other minority might have driven his car during the 24 hours it was gone. When the car later turned up burnt to a crisp at a random road in Bridgeport, officers got suspicious. They contacted Bittner, who said it must have been stolen a second time. Sure. After some thorough investigating, though, the cops had reason to believe he and his buddy were the ones who drove the SUV out and set it on fire. Text messages on Bittner's phone also revealed a whole slew of disparaging racist remarks about Bridgeport folks were exchanged between him, his friend, and girlfriend. They must have thought trashing a car they didn't want and getting an insurance payout was a two-bird scenario. Guess arson was the one stone. Too bad their smarts weren't as top-tier as their racist leanings. Maybe then they would have gotten away with it. The absolute best worst part is Bittner is a volunteer firefighter who's now got first-degree arson, conspiracy to commit first-degree arson, tampering with evidence, making a false statement, and insurance fraud under his belt. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching Made in USA. Mosey your mouse over to here and clickety-click to see last week's episode showing all the best of 2019. You know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all back here same time next week. Hasta la vista, hombres!